Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma, and I'm so happy you're here today. Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Before we start, I have an important question for you. Have you ever said something in English and the other person looked at you like this? Like they have no idea what you just said? Even though you know the words, even though you studied English for years, let me tell you what happened to my student David last week. True story. He went to a job interview at a big company, good salary, perfect location. Oh, the interviewer asked him a simple question. Why did you leave your last job? Now, David wanted to say he still works there, present time. He's looking for a better opportunity. But his brain panicked. Which tense? Which verb form? He said, I am leave? No. I leaved? No. I leaving my job because. The interviewer's face changed. That confused look, David got more nervous. He tried to fix it. I'm work there now, but I want new job for a better opportunity. The interview ended 5 minutes later. David didn't get the job. Here's the tragic part. David has good English vocabulary, but he used I am work instead of I work. He used I am want instead of I want. He mixed present continuous with present simple, and his message became impossible to understand. This is not about vocabulary. This is about when to use which form of the verb. And this single problem destroys millions of English conversations every single day. Maybe you say, I come from Brazil, instead of I come from Brazil. Maybe you say, he work in bank, instead of he works in a bank. Maybe you say, I am need coffee, instead of I need coffee. And every time people look confused, every time you feel embarrassed, every time you lose a little more confidence. But what if I told you that mastering just one tense, present simple, will fix 60% of these problems? What if I told you that in the next 20 minutes, through one simple story and many practice questions, you'll finally understand when to say I work and when to say I am working, when to add that S and when not to. Today, I'm going to tell you a story, a true story about someone just like you, someone learning English, making mistakes, but surviving in New York City. His name is Alex. And here's the best part. If you're watching this for the first time, this is the perfect place to start. You don't need any previous videos. Everything you need is right here. Through Alex's story, you'll master present simple naturally. If you've heard Alex's story before, in our series, even better. Today we go deeper with many more questions, real practice that makes you confident. But wait, before we start the story, I need you to do something for me. I need you to really listen to Alex's story. Focus on what he does every day. Pay attention to his routine, his work, his schedule. Why? Because after the story, I'm going to ask you many questions about Alex's life, and you will answer them. This is not passive learning. You will practice speaking. You will make sentences. You will use present simple correctly. The story is your preparation. The Q&A is your practice. Together, they will make you confident. Ready? Here's Alex's story. Listen carefully. Alex's story, morning to evening. This is a Monday in Alex's life. Let me tell you what happens on his Mondays. Alex is 28 years old. He lives in New York City. He moved there 6 months ago. He wants a better life, more opportunities, but life is not easy. He doesn't speak English perfectly. He doesn't have much money, but he works hard. Let me tell you about Alex's Monday. On Monday mornings, Alex wakes up at 6:30 a.m. His alarm rings and he gets out of bed. He lives in a small apartment with 2 roommates. They share one bathroom, so Alex is quick in the morning. He takes a shower, he brushes his teeth, he gets dressed in his work clothes, black pants and a white t-shirt. Then he goes to the kitchen. Alex doesn't eat a big breakfast on Mondays. He doesn't have much time. He makes instant coffee. Just hot water and coffee powder. He eats 2 pieces of toast with peanut butter. That's his breakfast. His roommate Maria cooks scrambled eggs on Monday mornings. They smell amazing, but Alex doesn't have time to cook. He needs to leave at 7:20 a.m. At 7:20, Alex leaves his apartment. He walks to the subway station. It takes 10 minutes. Alex doesn't drive. He doesn't own a car. In New York, the subway is faster and cheaper. The train comes at 7:30. It's Monday morning, so the train is very crowded. Alex gets on and stands near the door. The ride takes 45 minutes. During this time, Alex practices English on his phone. He uses a language learning app. He does a quick lesson, just 10 minutes. At 8:15 a.m., Alex arrives at the restaurant. It's called Giovanni's. He works as a prep cook. That means he prepares ingredients for the main chefs. On Mondays, he chops onions, tomatoes, and peppers. He makes marinara sauce, a red tomato sauce for pasta. He prepares chicken breasts for the lunch menu. It's physical work, but Alex likes it. He feels productive. His boss is Marco. Marco speaks Italian and English, but he doesn't speak Spanish. Alex's first language. So Alex speaks English all day at work. 6 months ago. This is scary. Alex makes many mistakes. But now it's better. He understands most things. He still makes mistakes, but he improves every week. The restaurant opens at 11 a.m. From 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. is the busiest time, lunch rush. Orders come in fast. The kitchen gets hot and loud. Alex moves quickly. He doesn't talk much. He focuses on his work. At 2 p.m., the lunch rush ends. Alex takes his break. He eats the staff meal. On Mondays, it's usually pasta with meatballs. He sits in the back and rests for 30 minutes. His shift ends at 6 p.m. Alex is tired, but on Mondays, He doesn't go straight home. At 6:15 p.m., Alex leaves the restaurant. He takes the subway to the community center. Monday is his English class day. The class starts at 6:30 p.m. and finishes at 8:30 p.m. His teacher is Miss Johnson. She's about 50 years old and very patient. Miss Johnson doesn't speak Spanish, so everyone speaks English in class. On Mondays, they practice asking and answering questions about daily routines. Miss Johnson asks questions. Students answer. Do you have a job? Yes, I do. I work at a restaurant. Do you like your job? Yes, I like it. Back and forth, practicing. Alex feels good in this class. 6 months ago, he doesn't speak English well, but now he understands almost everything. At 8:30 p.m., class ends. Alex walks to the subway station. He's hungry. On the way home, he stops at a small grocery store. He buys rice, chicken, and vegetables. On Monday nights, he doesn't buy expensive things because he saves money to send home to his family. Alex arrives home at 9:15 p.m. He's very tired, but he cooks dinner. He makes fried rice with chicken and vegetables, a simple meal from his home country. His roommate Maria smells the food. She asks, "Alex, what do you cook? It smells so good." Alex smiles and says, "Just fried rice. Do you want some?" Maria says yes, and they eat together. After dinner, Alex does his homework from class. Miss Johnson always gives homework on Mondays. He writes 10 sentences about his daily routine. I wake up at 6:30. I take the subway to work. I work at Giovanni's restaurant. I don't drive a car. I study English on Monday evenings. At 10 p.m., Alex calls his mother back home. She asks, "How is your day?" Alex says, "Good, Mama. I work hard. I study English. I'm okay." They talk for 15 minutes. Alex misses his family so much, but he knows why he is here, in New York. He has big dreams. At 10:30 p.m., Alex goes to bed. He sets his alarm for 6:30 a.m. Tomorrow is Tuesday, a different day. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the same. He wakes up, works, studies English, and sleeps. This is Alex's Monday. Simple, honest, hard work. But Alex doesn't give up. He shows up. He tries. And that's present simple. The tense of routines, of facts about your life, of things that are true and stable right now. Okay, you just heard Alex's complete story. Now, before we practice with questions, let me show you the simple formula for present simple. This is the foundation you need. Positive sentences. For I, you, we, they use the base form of the verb. I work at a restaurant. You live in New York. We study English. They eat dinner together. For he, she, it, or names like Alex or Maria, add S to the verb. He works at a restaurant. She lives in New York. Alex wakes up at 6:30. The subway arrives at 7:30. Remember, he, she, it, add s. That's the special rule. Negative sentences. For I, you, we, they, use don't plus verb, no s. I don't eat big breakfast. You don't speak Spanish. We don't work on Sunday. They don't have a car. For he, she, it, use doesn't plus verb, no s. He doesn't eat big breakfast. She doesn't speak Spanish. Alex doesn't drive to work. It doesn't cost much. Critical. After don't or doesn't, the verb stays simple. Never add s. Question sentences. For I, you, we, they, use do plus subject plus verb. Do you work here? Do they speak English? Do we have time? For he, she, it, use does plus subject plus verb. Does he work here? Does Alex speak English? Does it cost a lot? Again, after do or does, no s on the verb. Now, let's use these formulas with Alex's story. Get ready to answer many questions. Real practice, real English. Now it's your turn. I'll ask you 36 questions about Alex. You answer out loud. Yes, really speak. Then I'll give you the correct answer. Don't be shy. Your mouth needs to move. That's how you learn. And if you need more time to think, just pause the video. Press the screen, take your time to answer, then play again to hear the correct answer. There's no rush. This is your practice. Ready? Let's go. What time does Alex wake up? He wakes up at 6:30, or Alex wakes up at 6:30. Notice wakes with an S because it's he. This S is very important. Does Alex live alone? No, he doesn't. He lives with 2 roommates. After doesn't, no S on the verb. Remember this. How many people share the bathroom? 3 people share the bathroom, or Alex and his 2 roommates share 1 bathroom. Does Alex take a long time in the bathroom? No, he doesn't. He's quick in the morning. What does Alex eat for breakfast? He eats toast with peanut butter, or he makes instant coffee and eats toast. Does Alex eat a big breakfast? No, he doesn't. He doesn't eat a big breakfast. Does Maria cook breakfast? Yes, she does. She cooks eggs every morning. What time does Alex need to leave? He needs to leave at 7:20. How does Alex get to work? He walks to the subway station and takes the train, or he takes the subway. How long does it take to walk to the subway station? It takes 10 minutes. Does Alex drive to work? No, he doesn't. He doesn't drive. Does Alex own a car? No, he doesn't own a car. What time does the train come? It comes at 7:30. Or the train comes at 7:30. How long does the train ride take? It takes 45 minutes. Or the ride takes 45 minutes. What does Alex do on the train? He practices English on his phone, or he uses a language app. What time does Alex arrive at work? He arrives at 8:15 or at 8:15. Where does Alex work? He works at an Italian restaurant or he works at Giovanni's. What is Alex's job? He's a prep cook or he prepares food for the main chefs. What does Alex do at work? He chops vegetables, makes sauces, and prepares meat. Chops, makes, prepares, all with S. Does Alex like his job? Yes, he does. He likes it. Or yes, but it's hard work. Who is Alex's boss? His boss is Marco, or Marco is his boss. Does Marco speak Spanish? No, he doesn't. He speaks Italian and English. What time does the restaurant open? It opens at 11 a.m. or the restaurant opens at 11 a.m. Does Alex talk to customers? No, he doesn't. He works in the back. What time does Alex finish work? He finishes at 6 p.m. Finish ES. When verbs end in SH, CH, S, or X, we add ES. Does Alex go home every day after work? No, he doesn't. 3 days a week, he goes to English class. Which days does Alex go to English class? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or 3 days a week. Who is Alex's English teacher? Ms. Johnson is his teacher, or his teacher is Ms. Johnson. Does Miss Johnson speak Spanish? No, she doesn't. She only speaks English. What does Alex do on Tuesday and Thursday after work? He goes straight home, or he stops at a grocery store and goes home. What does Alex buy at the grocery store? He buys rice, chicken, and vegetables. Does Alex buy expensive things? No, he doesn't. He needs to save money. What does Alex do at home? He cooks dinner, eats with his roommates, and watches TV. Does Alex share his food with his roommates? Yes, he does. He shares with them. Who does Alex text after dinner? He texts his family, his mother, sister, and grandmother. What time does Alex go to bed? He goes to bed at 10:30. Wow, you just answered 36 questions using present simple. Amazing job! But we're not done yet. Let's do some quick practice with different question types. Now, let's practice some different question types. These are quick ones. Yes or no questions. Quick fire. Does Alex live in Los Angeles? No, he doesn't. He lives in New York. Does Alex work hard? Yes, he does. He works hard every day. Does the train come early? No, it comes at 7:30. Does the restaurant open in the morning? No, it doesn't. It opens at 11 a.m. Do Alex's roommates share the bathroom? Yes, they do. They share one bathroom. Does Alex understand everything at work now? He understands most things, but he still makes mistakes. Personal questions. Now about you. Do you wake up at 6:30 like Alex? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. I wake up at. Do you take the subway to work or school? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. I take the bus, car, or walk. Do you study English every day like Alex? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. But I want to. Do you cook at home? Yes, I do. I cook. Or no, I don't cook. Perfect. You see, present simple is not scary. It's natural when you practice with real stories. Wow, what a practice session today. You answered so many questions about Alex's life, and you used present simple correctly. Let me ask you one more time. Do you understand present simple better now? I hope you said, yes, I do. Remember the key rules. He, she, it gets the S. Alex works. After don't and doesn't, no S. He doesn't work. Questions use do or does. Does he work? If you missed episode 1, where I first told Alex's story, watch it for more context. The link is in the description. But here's what's coming next week. Episode 3, Past Simple, same Alex, same story, but we're going back in time. What happened when Alex first arrived in New York? His first day at the restaurant? When he understood nothing. The moment he decided to leave his home country and come here. We'll answer questions about Alex's past. You'll finally understand when to use I work versus I worked. I don't understand versus I didn't understand. And just like today, many questions for you to practice. Thank you for learning with me today. Remember, Alex studies English every day, on the subway, even when he's tired, even when it's hard. Be like Alex. Practice a little every day. Subscribe to Speak English Daily. Hit the bell. Share this with someone learning English. I'm Emma, and I'll see you next week for Alex's Past, where it all began. Keep practicing. You're doing amazing. Oh, one more thing. True story. Last week, I met one of my old students at a coffee shop. She said, "Emma, 2 years ago, I couldn't order coffee in English. I pointed at the menu. Today, I'm a manager at an American company." I asked her, "What changed?" She said, "I stopped trying to be perfect. I started with present simple, got confident, everything else followed." That could be you. Master present simple. Watch what happens. See you next week. Bye.